Fusion is certainly a place to meet people that share some maybe concerns about the world and less sort of more everyday things like children and families. It's also, so what's special for me is that Barbara was a friend before I came into Fusion, and this has been a really wonderful context for maintaining our friendship. It's a kind of I think it's a low-key workshop. I mean, church. We like to wear jewelry. Look at this incredible thing Barbara's wearing. This isn't like what your normal Unitarian is. I think of us as a few steps above Quaker. So we really have fun and we do good work. So I've done things like teach a 3-year poetry seminar.
That was it. Mm-hmm.
I've been on the board for 5 years. I've developed curriculum, taught kids, helped raise money. So there's a lot of things that you can do that might draw on your previous skills, but also develop new ones. So that's my start.
Okay, well, let's see, I was raised Catholic. I married a Muslim. And then when I had kids, I was looking for a community. I did not want my children to be religiously illiterate, but I didn't want them to be Catholic or just Muslim. And I had a friend whose son was in nursery school with my son, and she said, why don't you come to the Unitarian Church, come to Fusion. So I went with her to Fusion, and there sitting in the pew right in front of me were David and Cathy Morocco, who I used to live with. Actually, we used to share a big house in Newton. So I felt immediately like I had family here. And Cathy's right. What's happened over time, there's so many opportunities to take leadership, to do things, to teach, to be part of something. Another thing that I do with Cathy and someone else, Jonathan Lilienfeld, is we have a group called Poetry by Heart. And every month we memorize a poem. We come together, everybody brings a poem to share, and then we take turns saying this poem that we have memorized. And by the time you memorize a poem, you've gone over it, what, 300-400 times, and you have a real understanding of it. And so I've led the budget drive. I think Cathy has.
Many times, actually.
Cathy's been chair of the board of trustees. Just lots of things. And I think that Fusion is really a lifelong community. We go through births, we go through deaths. While I was here, a brother died, my husband died, my mother and father died. I got a new boyfriend who was a widower here. We were together for 6.5 years, ended that relationship. Lots of things happen.
Yeah, and so I've been here over 30 years, so we're kind of the longevity, people, so who've evolved. So I had an illness at one point. I had a brain injury. My brain was bleeding, and the whole church just helped my husband a lot while I was asleep in a comatose state. And then I recovered, and actually part of my recovery was doing Tai Chi, and there happens to be a Tai Chi class up in the Head Start room in the church. And that really helped me get back my balance, and I'm fine. And at this point, my husband has dementia, and he's, going through some difficult times. And people are coming to take him to services and just reaching out to help us. So it's a very much of a caring community. And he was an ex-Catholic, an altar boy for 19 years. And so finding a religious community where he could, actually this building is a stone building, and it has angels, stone angels, so it felt Catholic, but it really isn't. And for me it was, I guess, a way to combine a retreat and spirituality and being in the choir, continuing my music, but also the world is very much here. We have a really strong social justice component and a multicultural component, which Barbara is very, very active in helping us understand white racism, what that is, how it is that we are privileged, the difference it might have made if my father was black, to his very, very long and powerful career in psychology, how different that might have been.
Right.
So it keeps you awake, but you can also retreat and be taken care of. That's probably enough. Do you think that's enough?
I think that's enough.
I think that's enough.
We say try it, you'll
Wait.
like
Well,
it.
that was perfect.